It is ripping down here.
That I've been taking these videos and sending it out to everybody. Look, that van is gonna go.
Heavy rainfall triggered flash flooding across southern Utah on Friday, August 14th, as monsoonal thunderstorms moved through Washington County. The storms brought intense bursts of rain to communities around Hurricane, Hildale, and nearby areas along the Utah-Arizona border, creating rapidly rising water and difficult travel conditions. Hurricane was among the communities that experienced noticeable flooding. Multiple streets in and around downtown Hurricane were covered by high water, with video footage showing vehicles surrounded by floodwater. After the storm moved through, crews worked to remove mud and standing water from affected roads. The National Weather Service issued a flash flood warning for several areas of southern Utah during the morning. The warning covered the Springdale area and was also issued for Hurricane, Virgin, and Rockville, highlighting the potential for rapidly developing flooding as thunderstorms continued to produce heavy rainfall.
Holy crap.
Van is gonna go.
The flooding was not limited to Hurricane. Further south, significant runoff affected the Hilldale area in Washington County, close to the Utah-Arizona state line. Floodwaters also reached the nearby community of Colorado City, Arizona, which sits directly next to Hilldale and is closely connected to the same drainage system. The Hildale, Colorado City area is particularly vulnerable to flash flooding because water can move quickly through normally dry channels and washes after intense rainfall. Short Creek runs through this border community, providing one of the natural drainage routes through the area. The close proximity of Hilldale and Colorado City means that heavy rainfall can affect both communities within a relatively short period. Reports and videos from the area showed floodwater moving through parts of Hilldale and the neighboring Colorado City area. The scene illustrates how quickly conditions can change during monsoonal storms in southern Utah, where heavy rainfall can produce substantial runoff even when the storm itself remains relatively localized.
But it is good to see the water.
Another important location affected by the storm system was Zion National Park. Flash flood warnings were issued for the area, and flooding and muddy conditions created problems on roads around the park. State Route 9 through Zion was also affected by the weather, adding another layer of disruption for people traveling through the region. The flooding around Zion and the nearby communities was part of a broader pattern of monsoonal thunderstorms across Utah. However, the southern Utah impacts were particularly notable because several communities and heavily traveled areas were located close to drainage channels and steep terrain, allowing runoff to accumulate quickly.
Crazy, isn't it?
For residents and motorists in the hurricane area, standing water and mud created hazardous travel conditions. Vehicles were seen navigating flooded streets, while cleanup crews began working after the heaviest rainfall passed. Conditions can remain difficult even after the rain stops, because water and debris may continue moving through drainage channels.
We've been getting flash flood warnings. That's the bridge we take to go to Humvees. And there's a wash.
The event also serves as a reminder of the rapid nature of flash flooding in the desert Southwest. Dry ground does not necessarily prevent flooding when rainfall becomes intense. Water can quickly collect in washes, creeks, low-lying roads, and other drainage areas, sometimes several miles away from where the heaviest rainfall originally occurred. By Friday afternoon and into the following day, officials continued monitoring conditions as additional monsoonal moisture remained in the region. While the most visible flooding occurred in communities including Hurricane and the Hildale, Colorado City area, the broader weather pattern continued to produce thunderstorms and the possibility of additional flash flooding across southern Utah.